to lose, live to win. Keep an knocking, but you can't come in.
So this build is pretty much a starter build for anyone that's at a no infamy rank 100, and this is the build I thought about if somebody was just starting out in Payday and they needed a build that could possibly help them out and maybe improve their ability. So this is my build that I came up with. So just in case if everyone is just starting out, they have no attachments and all that other stuff, I decided to actually eliminate all the attachments to the weapons. So this is like completely a build that is just bare as is, and you don't need any DLC for this. You do need to join the community in order to get the AP pistol, which is not that big of a deal. All you just need to do is just go to Steam and follow. From there, I'll possibly show another video later on how to do that. But basically, this is the build. So I went with a Shimano 88 Akimbo pistols, and these are kind of my favorite pistols in terms of maximum ammo. You could also go with the Akimbo custom pistols as well. I do have attachments on these ones because, well, I didn't plan on using them for the build, but I did want to point out like these are the pistols I would use that is kind of like a minimum amount of damage and minimum amount of ammo for them. So that's a secondary option as well. You could also go with the Akimbo Deagles if you want to go for maximum power. A lot of stoppage, good ammo. Well, okay, it's actually pretty crap on ammo, actually. So, but it is heavily powerful and it could pretty much take out any dozers in a couple of shots with a certain amount of skills that, well, we are going to be using in this build. But that's those are some other options you could possibly use. But in this particular case, I'm going with Shimano 88 pistols. They're very powerful. I love them. I use them a lot. I also am going with a AP, a f- five five 5.7 AP pistol. It's really good, and this is the pistol you're pretty much are going to be using to take out shields. So anytime you see a shield, this is the pistol you're going to be looking for to get. You do need to join the community in order to get this pistol. It's not that big of a deal. Once again, I'll show you how to do that in a bit. Both of them have no attachments at the moment for the sole purpose of this video that you don't even need attachments for this. Because that's how rock solid the build is. I'm also going with the electric brass knucks, and we're also going to be using the concussion grenades. You will get 6 of them. They don't do any damage, but they do stun your enemies, and that's all you're really looking forward here in this. We're also going to be going with Dr. Bags as well. And then, of course, in the build, we're going to be going with now with the idea that you are just starting out, so this build isn't going to be perfect. I usually go with hostage taker, but in this particular case I had to go without. But it's still a relatively good build. I just did a heist with a friend earlier, and we were doing stealing Xmas, which I'm going to later show you. But basically, starting out, you're going to be going with combat medic aced, painkillers basic, doctor bag, combat doctor aced, uppers basic, inspire aced, and basically nothing too popular with combat medic that much. But combat doctor is going to give you 2 doctor bags, and that's going to be really good because when you go down 3 times, you if you go down 2 times, you go gray, and that third time you're going to be out for good. So basically, if you go down twice, you're going to need a doctor bag, and when you do that, it replenishes those downs. So you could go down 2 more times again. And so yeah, with that, you're gonna so because of that, it's best to use doctor bags and make sure that you use up all those downs. Um, I could go down, or is it 3 times? I forget. I don't know. But anyway, point is, when you go down and you see gray, basically that's a sign that you have to get a doctor bag anytime when you're gray. Because if you go down again, you're out of the game entirely. So because of that, you're gonna want to get combat doctor to replenish those downs and make sure that you don't go into custody. And make sure you use up all of them, because sometimes you could be in a situation to where you have a whole bunch of people that are just new to the game and they just don't know, and they just think, oh, I need health, so I'm going to get a doctor bag. That's actually not the best case, because you're going to actually want to go with uppers in that case if you can, because that would just replenish your health and it will not replenish your downs. Doctor bags replenish your downs, so because of that, you're going to want to go with doctor bags. It's what I prefer. So yeah, that's what I go with. That's what I prefer. And with Inspire, Inspire is probably the best skill in the game. You could revive your teammates from a distance if you have this aced. It is really, really good. It's a must-have for any loud build. And then we went with Forced Friendship Basic, Confident, and Joker, both aced, and Partners in Crime Basic. Um, Basically, this is just to give you uh, more jokers, converted cops on your team, on your side. And so with confident, you could ace it and you could get two of them, and you could increase the power of intimidation with it basic. So by having it aced, you're pretty much you could intimidate a cop from a distance. Make sure you do a little bit of damage though, because by doing a little bit of damage, they will cooperate quicker. And then with Joker, that's just basically to give more health and damage for your Joker, so that way the bullets that they shoot, they deal more damage and they can take more damage, which is basically what Partners in Crime does, but it just it not only stacks, it multiplies, or at least it used to. I don't know if there's any updates that changed that, but that used to be the case anyway. But anyway, Partners in Crime, I went with that basic, but because, well, I just ran out of skill points, so I had no choice but to go with that. And then I also decided to go with fully loaded aced here. Um, Scavenger aced, Bullet Storm basic, Extra Lead aced, and Saw Massacre basic, and fully loaded aced. And basically, what I did here is, I know that a lot of people are probably new, so they're probably are going to be dealing with a lot of ammo issues, and this is going to clear all of that up. So you're going to want to go with fully loaded aced. This is actually a little bit of another build I heard of, called a no infamy build, or excuse me, a infinity ammo build. So I kind of went with that idea in mind when I did this build particularly, because you're going to be dealing with a lot of ammo issues, and because of that, this is going to make sure that you have bullets in the chamber. Just make sure that you use your AP pistol for just shields, and use your Kimbos for everybody else. And basically, fully loaded is just going to give you more ammo, and it's also going to increase your throwables as well, because every time you pick up a ammo pack after you kill a cop, you could go over to that ammo pack and you could actually potentially get a extra throwable from those. And every time you don't get a throwable added, basically every time you don't get it, it increases your chances the next time you get an ammo pack. So also thought that was really good. And plus, since you have extra lead aced, you could also have the option of going with two ammo bags as well. So that way, if you feel like maybe you're good with doctor bags and you want to be the ammo guy, you have that option to switch back and forth, depending on the case and the heist and the crew. But most of the time, I think I would, in my case, I would go with doctor bags, but you never know. It just depends on a case by case basis. And so scavenger is kind of good and just increases your range of picking up ammo boxes after you kill an enemy. And then when you ace scavenger, every six kills you get, there's an extra ammo box for you when you kill an enemy. So basically, it's very, very useful. And then, of course, over here, surprisingly, this is actually where most of the build is actually. This is almost kind of the heart and soul of the build, even though it doesn't look like there's much here. But believe me, there's a lot. So duck and cover is basically uh, we're just gonna go with that to get some more speed and stamina is all. So you're just gonna move faster. Parkour is just basically the same thing. You're just gonna move faster and stuff. Uh, and then second wind, basically you take damage. You're gonna be able to move quicker. Now optical illusions. I said this before in a previous video. This is really, really useful. You have a 35% less likely to be targeted by enemies. That is, and that I would recommend optical illusions for any build, even if you have a tank build. I would highly recommend going with optical illusions because you're 35 less likely to be targeted by enemies. I would take that any day of the week. So because of that, I'm going to go with optical illusions. Now, low blow is, it almost comes off like, what the hell is this? You gain 3% critical hit chance for every 3 points of detection under 35 up to 30%. So what's 3%? What's hit chance? What's detection? All this other stuff. Basically, what that is talking about. If you could look at the screen right now, you see inventory, you see my name, you see this 100, and then you see this little card, and then right below that you see this number 3. Well, that number 3 right there, that's my detection right there, and that's at 3 points. That's the lowest you could get. And then if you go over here, it says so basically critical hit chance is basically a headshot equivalent. So if you shoot the body, uh, you're gonna get a critical hit chance, which basically means you're gonna get a headshot. Because in most games, if you get a headshot, it's like an instant kill. Well, that's now gonna apply to the body, but there's only a 3% chance of that happening for uh, every detection point below 35. So I did show this in a previous video. I'm probably going to show that again here. And basically all that is keep your detection low, your concealment high, and you would have a 30% critical hit chance every time you fire. So, and that is just basically going to do a lot of damage. and it's very, very useful, but you need a dodge build in order to pull that off, which is why I'm going with a two-piece suit and no armor at all. And this is going to work. It could work for one down, but I wouldn't recommend it. But it definitely does work on Death Wish. I was with a friend, and it was just me and him. I purposely nerfed my bots, so yeah, and so it's basically very useful. Now we're going to be moving on to another portion, and this is possibly the second portion that is most useful here. Um, so basically, low blow, inspire, and trigger happy is pretty much going to be a little bit of a heart of gold here to this build. So you're just going to go with equilibrium just to start out. You're going to go with gun nut just to increase the points to try and get higher up the rank here of this skill tree. And we're going to go with akimbo aced and one-handed talent aced. Akimbo is just basically just going to increase your ammo is all. And then one-handed talent is actually going to increase the damage by 15 points if you ace it. And then trigger happy, basically for a span of 2 seconds you can actually increase the damage, and it could stack up 4 times. So basically, even though 2 seconds doesn't sound like much, but between trigger happy and low blow, if one's not working, the other one is. And that's typically the case, and because of that, you're going to do a lot more damage, and you're going to be taking out dozers like there's no tomorrow. And so basically, you're going to need that. Even with it basic, I feel a difference. So, and I pretty much go with it basic all the time because it kind of saves up more skill points. Uh, and finally, we also have 9 lives aced, which is going to increase your bleed out time, and it's going to give you 1 extra down before you go into custody, which is a must if you're doing pretty much anything loud. And if you do 1 down, well, you get 1 extra down before you go gray. So yeah, and that's going to be very, very useful. And then Swan Song aced because, well, if you have Swan Song aced, when you go down, I think you have a span of 6 seconds, and within those 6 seconds, you could actually have infinity ammo, and it won't deplete your ammo. And as long as you have one bullet in the chamber, you can keep on firing, and in those moments, you could try your best to clear out a large army. So, or or especially for dozers, if you if your team's kind of like getting attacked by a dozer, you could possibly purposely put yourself in Swan Song and be able to do a lot of damage and stuff like that. So uh, just put yourself into Swan and you won't deplete any ammo, and just keep firing at the faceplate, and before you know it, you could take out a dozer like there's no tomorrow. And also for Swan Song, it also helps in situations to where if you go down, you can maybe kind of get out of the way of a large army and maybe get like a little safe zone, a little safe spot. And if you tell your team, hey, I know there's an army, but just throw some concussion grenades and you could probably be able to revive me. And I've seen that happen, and it can work in those situations. Um, Also, with Swan Song, it seemed like there was something else I had something to say about it. But basically, yeah, that's what you're gonna want. Oh, yeah, turrets. That's what I was thinking of. Uh, you also are probably gonna come across a lot of turrets, and believe it or not, with trigger happy and low blow enabled, and then have Swan Song, I have taken out turrets with little amount of bullets being lost, And that's actually a great strategy for you and your team to actually take out a turret. Is purposely just put yourself in swung. You won't deplete any ammo, but you are going to be using up more medic bags, and so because of that, you do need to take somewhat of a precaution when you do that. But it is an option nonetheless, and because of that, I highly recommend going with Swan Song. You could take out turrets in the process. Just put yourself into Swung. Just keep firing, uh, and you should be able to take them out no problem. And even with dozers, if they are a big issue for you, well, with this, not a problem. So, with that, I'm probably going to show you a little bit of a. This is the part of the video I was going to show you how to get how to join the community. So just open up your Steam app, just double click on store, type in Payday 2. That should be it right there. And right here where it says following for me, that's because I already joined the community. And if you do this, this will open up more options for you for weapons and stuff. So I highly recommend doing this, and you will gain access to that AP pistol that is very critical for this build. So yeah, just click on that. It should say follow for you, and just click on it and it should say following, and it should show a check mark, and that's how you join the community. Now I also have a little site here called payday.wiki.com/wiki/low_blow, and it shows both the aced and basic skill of what you can get out of it. Now from our build that we did, let's go over to Payday 2 over here. So as you can see, that's our detection, and it's at about a 3. And so for low blow, you want to keep it low as you possibly can. This is as low as you could get. It's at about a 3. And you want to keep your concealment high. And for my concealment, I'm actually running at about a 31. But anything at 30 or above is perfectly fine. So I have about a 3 on that. Yeah, I have about a 3 on that, and as you can see, this is the all of this right here is the detection, and since we're at about a 3, we're actually getting the full 30%, which is really, really good. And that's just with the basic. And I thought I'll leave this up here just in case if anyone wants to take a look and see if this is actually perfect for your build. And with low blow, again, it's like a headshot equivalent now applied to the body. And I thought this would be very useful to leave in the video. So if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. So yeah, I thought this video might help a lot of you. At the time of this recording, Overkill gave away 5 million copies of Payday 2. So I hope a lot of you end up finding this video, and I hope you find it very useful. And I just hope you like it. Hope to see you. You could always check out my YouTube or Twitch, see if I'm streaming or not. I usually, at the time of this video, once again, I usually do Sundays and Wednesdays only at the moment. And so yeah, just please like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video, and as always, born to lose, live to win. Thanks for watching. So this is pretty much the end of the video here. So I'm going to cover some things I may or may not have said in the video. At one point I mentioned something about how many downs. For some reason I just went blank when I originally did this video. Apparently, I don't know why, but for some reason it is 3 times before you go down, and on the 4th down you go into custody. But if you have 9 lives aced, that changes from the 3 to now 4, and on the 5th down you go into custody. I don't know why, but I just went blank on that when I originally did this video. I don't know why, but it just kind of happened. I mean, basically this entire video just comes off, to me anyway, very unprofessional, because or a bunch of just rookie mistakes upon editing this. To kind of show you how bad it is, actually during the video of this, with the gameplay with me and my friend here, basically what happened is for some reason OBS is just not working for me, and I had to go with a different recording software. I ended up with this right here. I'm actually recording with Shadow Play, and in terms of quality, I'm actually really loving this. This is actually some of the best quality I've seen. In terms of the how crisp the images and all that kind of type of stuff, and the editing software that I'm currently using, like all of that stuff is like, I wish I'd done this sooner. For some reason, some of my previous videos that I've put up about like builds and stuff, I noticed that upon editing the video, I noticed that the video it gets somehow pixelated as I edit it. I don't know if it's like the conversion or something, I don't know. But so yeah, I just wanted to just point out some things, but how bad the video is with the gameplay, since this was my first time doing Shadow Play. You actually don't hear me at all during this. If I played the raw audio to the gameplay here, all you hear is Sir Destroyer. That's the only person you hear. We were on Discord, my Discord, and we were just talking, because basically I think he just wanted to just kind of hang out, play a little bit of Payday, but I wanted to do this video, and it was kind of like, well, you could just help me out with the video here, and well, that's exactly what we did. So much appreciated for Sir Destroyer for jumping in with me. Always a pleasure seeing that guy. He shows up to my streams on an occasion, and so yeah, it's after that I just don't really know what else to say. One thing I do know is throughout the video, if I did ended up recording my voice, one thing I do point out multiple times in this video is basically I actually was kind of very impressed with the build. I usually almost always go with hostage taker, and I kind of felt a little odd not taking it, because I just I just prefer to have some kind of type of health regen, because there could be some moments in the heist where there's like plenty of downtime, and there could be so much downtime you can actually get full health. Um, there has been a couple occasions to where that did happen to me. Even though Hostage Taker is a skill that I use a lot, it's not. It is technically a skill you can pass up. I cannot tell you how many times I actually would get up and automatically almost go right back down, go right into Swan Song. But yeah, it just happens. But yeah, so but even though I didn't have Hostage Taker, and I was a little, I don't know, kind of felt like uh, it kind of felt like maybe I don't know. I just kind of felt like I wasn't gonna like the build because it didn't have Hostage Taker, but for what it is, it actually does have a lot of other stuff, which is very important. And overall, actually kind of like the build. I might use it a couple of occasions if I have the right crew and stuff. It is a build I wouldn't mind taking. In terms of and then of course in the video and as I explained that I don't use any attachments. Pretty much in terms of attachments, you can kind of go with anything. Just make sure you don't get anything that reduces the concealment, because you want to keep that concealment high. So stay away from anything that decreases the concealment. And if you do that, you should be fine. So if you do go with attachments, you might want to do something that's not gonna cut into your concealment. As long as you keep your concealment down, or excuse me, your concealment high and your detection low, you should be fine with the build, because it is a dodge-based build. Because of that, you kind of do need to keep an eye on your detection and make sure everything's fine on that front. So yeah, can't really think of anything else to really say other than I just hope that a lot of people just do find this build and it really helps them out. And yeah, so I know I said it multiple times in the video, but yeah, but part of the reason why I said it multiple times, I didn't know how I was gonna like end this video. So, but it's my calling card, little motto I kind of put out at the end of every video. But yeah, born to lose, live to win. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Also, I forgot to mention in the video, my apologies. The perk deck that I use is the Rogue perk deck. So yeah, I use the Rogue perk deck for dodge. For some reason, I forgot to mention that. My apologies. I mean, this just further shows my lack of expertise on this. I should have been able to point that out, but this is what happens when you are trying to make a video and there's things you forget, things you put in, and you try and do your best, but sometimes it doesn't always work out. So my apologies, and here's the rest of the video.
Well, I got a shit ton of company down here. I'm gonna stay here in the safe so I could help you. I'm coming. By the way, you need to med up. I'm gonna med up just for sure. Give me a safe. Oh. Called it.